Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Does Boxing. We back with another one. So we got these new WBC rankings that just came out. We're about to cover and go through each division. Y'all know how we do. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. Y'all know how we get down. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me on my social media, Twitter, at OverJ, Instagram, LDoesBoxing. And of course, you can tap in with the website, LDoesBoxing.com. So we're going to get into it. Aisha in the building. What's good with you? Salute. So we'll do a little screen share. Go to these rankings. So they came out yesterday, actually. You know what I'm saying? I know we was focused on the fights and stuff like that, but still. So heavyweight division, of course, we're going to start there. Waiting on Tyson Fury. Y'all already know he's the champion. We're not sure what he's going to do. We already know the game plan as far as that goes. It's looking like Usyk and Dubois supposed to go down August the 26th. So, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. Ain't no changes. You know what I'm saying? We're waiting to see what's going to happen with Deontay Wilder. You know, is he going to face somebody in between before he gets to the Joshua fight in December? You know what I'm saying? So I'm staying tuned for that. But as far as the rankings 1 through 15, ain't nothing changed. We have a couple of guys fighting coming up. Number 5, Aslanbek Mahmudov. He's going to be on Jared Anderson's undercard July the 1st. Jared Anderson is fighting Zon Kalabuski. So they're going to be fighting for some world rankings. They number 8 and number 9. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. Joe Joyce, she's going to run it back with Zilly Zane. That's September the 2nd. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of these guys haven't heard nothing else too much from them. I know AJ supposed to be back August the 12th, so we're waiting for his opponent. So we'll see. Maybe he picks somebody up in this top 15. You know what I'm saying? All good. All right, Bridgerweight. So we know Bridgerweight division is the only it's only done by the WBC. It's a weight limit at 224 pounds. You got the champion, Luka Rozansky. He's going to face his mandatory Kevin Larenia. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, there's nothing else going on. Those guys in negotiations right now, and they should. If they can't finalize a deal, it's gonna go to purse bid pretty soon. So we'll see. And that's a good fight. That's a fight of the year candidate. Real talk. Rozansky versus Larenia. That's gonna be a good one once it get done. All right, moving down. Cruiserweight. So Badou Jack is the world champion. He has a mandatory number 1, Noah McCalkin. That fight been ordered. We'll see when Badou Jack comes back. Maybe October, something like that. You know, he got a big bankroll behind him. Or he can unify with the WBA champion, Arslan Galamarian. That'd be a good fight if he can get that. So we're waiting to see what Badou Jack does. We already know he's not going to get the Canelo fight. That was crazy. We all heard about that. And the IBF champion has a mandatory coming up with Richard Harapour and Chris Bell-Smith. He's the new WBO champion. He's going to run it back with Lawrence Okoli when they get that deal finalized. So that's what it is. It's no changes in the rankings. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who got something coming. I think all these guys is either just fought or they waiting on a fight date. So yeah, nothing too crazy right here in cruiserweight division. All right, moving down. 175. So we have Arthur Beterbiev is a unified champion. He has his WBC mandatory Callum Smith coming up. That's August the 19th. Those guys having a press conference next week. I think it's Thursday. So we get to see these guys face off and all that good shit. So that should be an explosive fight. Beterbiev versus Smith. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to that. You got one new entry, number 15, Willie Hutchinson. He fights out of the UK. He comes in number 15. Anthony Durrell, no, not Anthony Durrell. McCory, he reclassified to 168. So he took his position. Let me see. We got a fight that it haven't been announced, but it's strongly rumored. You have Joshua Bawassi versus number 3, Dan Aziz. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Both of those guys is like top 5 in like 3 different sanctioning bodies, so that's a good one. I'm waiting to see when Anthony Yarde gonna come back. You know, I actually like if Dimitri Bivol gonna fight sometime soon. I actually like Bivol versus Yarde. I think that's a good fight. I know Yarde came in number 3 in the WBA rankings recently, so we'll see. But other than that, it's nothing, no changes and stuff like that. Number 13, Ubali, he just had a win on the Don King card, the one AB headlined it, so that's what it is. 168. So we got Canelo undisputed. Of course, we're waiting to see his next move. If he's gonna come back in September or fight another date. David Benavidez is an interim champion. You know, these guys is waiting to see what Canelo gonna do. Canelo talking about fighting Charlo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he gonna do, to be honest, but we'll see. And David Benavidez, if he don't get Canelo, more than likely he gonna get David Morrell sometime in October, maybe November. We'll see. So the number 1 guy, Christian and Billy, he's fighting on Beterbiev and Callum Smith undercard, August the 19th. He don't have an opponent yet, but stay tuned for that. Jaime Munguia is a new entry. He comes in at number 2, coming off that Fight of the Year candidate with Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko entered at number 8, so that's good though. They rewarded him. You know, I thought Derevyanchenko actually won the fight by 1 point, but that was a good fight though. So we'll see what Munguia does next. Look like he's gonna campaign at 68 now. It's some fights for him. You know, if you look inside his stable, you have Beck the Bully. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can fight him. Maybe John Ryder, guys like that. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Ali Akhmadov. Y'all stay tuned for him. Y'all gonna hear something about him real soon. And he's supposed to be on a big undercard coming up. So y'all stay tuned for that. Edgar Berlanga is coming back next weekend, the 24th. He's number 11. Diego Pacheco is coming back July the 7th. So 2 young guys right there. They stablemates now. They both own the zone, Matchroom and the zone. So maybe they can fight down the line. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Super middleweight. Alright, keep it moving. So 160. So of course Jamal Charlo is still the champion. He haven't fought in a minute. Man, Tay in the building, what's good with you? He said that's a good fight. Me and my dad was just saying we want Morrell Benavidez. Not for real. I take it. That's a good backup plan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll take that too. I'm with y'all. So we're gonna see what Charlo gonna do. I know they're not stripping him as of yet. The WBC gonna allow him to have 1 fight before he have to make a mandatory defense. So we'll see how that plays out. Carlos Adames is the interim champion. He's fighting Julian Williams coming up this weekend on PBC. So that's a good fight. So these guys, it's important because the winner could be elevated to the full champion. All depends on what Jamal Charlo does. You know what I'm saying? So very important fight coming up this weekend for both guys. So still got Triple G number 1. I'm not sure what he's doing. We have a new entry, Denzel Bentley. You know, Bentley fought Janabek last year. You know what I'm saying? Have a good account for himself, but he started out too slow. He probably could have won that fight. He fought very tentative early, but then he got in his groove maybe after the 6th round. And I thought he did good in the back half of the fight. He just started off slowly, so that's what it is. Let me see who got something coming. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, Falcao, he's number 4. He's fighting for the vacant IBF July the 1st. Shane Moses Jr. He moved up a couple spots after stopping my man Demetrius Ballard. So we'll see. We should hear some news about Ammo Williams as well coming up. So alright, 154. Jamel Charlo undisputed. So now we know Jamel Charlo and Tim Tszyu is next for sure. Now stuff can happen now. Like Charlo can, ask for a tune up or whatever. I don't know. I think that's next. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tszyu been really pushing for that fight. We seen him last night with a first round knockout over Carlos Ocampo. So, he looking to fight Jamel Charlo for undisputed. And that's a fight that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger every time Tim Tszyu fights. So I'm looking forward to it. The WBC interim champion at 54 is Brian Mendoza. Now, he has a rematch clause for Sebastian Fundora. He stopped him earlier this year in April. He stopped him in April. That's the upset of the year so far. Is looking like. So we'll see. I know Charles Conwell. He's the new number one. He was trying to get that fight with Brian Mendoza, but I guess the rematch clause took effect. So we'll see. So what's next with Charles Conwell? He should be active. Like you don't gotta go crazy, but stay active. You know what I'm saying? He last fought in November, and we ain't heard nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? He got a new management team, so we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Sergey Bohachuk is coming back July the 22nd. He's fighting out here in California. You know what I'm saying? I like him too. He can fight. Jesus Ramos is fighting on the Spence Crawford undercard versus Sergio Garcia. Sergio Garcia is number 7. So this fight could be an eliminator. Ramos Jr. versus Garcia. So we'll stay tuned. As the fight get closer, they may throw in that stipulation or some type of belt on the line. Who got the silver? The WBC silver title. That's vacant. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they'll fight for that. So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the reasons why I like to look at these rankings, because you'll see little stuff like that. Xander Zayas comes in number 14. So good look for him. He coming off a good, decent performance in his last fight. Knocked the guy down the first 30 seconds and end up winning the decision. So that's what's up. Now Liam Smith is out. So Liam Smith is interesting because he pulled out the fight with Chris Eubank. We know he stopped him in January. I think he's number 1 or number 2 in the WBO at 160. So I can see him challenging Janibek. Janibek is struggling to find an opponent. So we'll see how that plays out as well. Josh Kelly, number 11, he's coming back July the 15th. He's fighting in the UK. Erickson Lubin fighting this weekend. He's facing Luis Arias. That should be a good one too. Good bounce back fight for Lubin. So yeah, that's what it is. 147. So we know about Spence and Crawford. Bruce Gas in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So we got that fight in our in our radar, Spence and Crawford. So that's what's up. Keith Thurman, number 1, looking like him and Ugas, but we haven't heard nothing official. Maybe Crowley get back in the mix. He won the eliminator his last fight. Number 4, Soleiman Sissoko. He's fighting Janelson Bocachica. That's on the undercard of Alicia Baumgartner and Lenartu. That's coming up July 15th. You know what I'm saying? And Sissoko is the silver champion. He moved down from 54 a couple of fights, and he can box. He's decent. So Mario Barrios is another name. Mario Barrios versus Crowley versus Rashidi Ellis. Those PBC fights right there, they make sense to me. Conor Benn, looking like Conor Benn be back in September. You know what I'm saying? Looking like he gonna fight Chris Eubank. So they still pushing for that fight. We got new entries. Alexis Rocha comes in number 14. We know he's the WBO mandatory. So, you know what I'm saying, coming off his victory. And then they got Adrian Broner in at number 15. And that's at welterweight. So I know his people was talking about campaigning at 140. You know, we'll see. Looks like it's 147. So all that shit can change, though. Subject to change. But him being in the rankings, that's just, eye-opening right there. Because he haven't been ranked in years. So that's what it is. That's news within itself. Alright. Moving down. 140. So we got Regis Prograis. He retained his title last night. You know what I'm saying? Not a great performance over Zanlito. What's his name? Zanlito Zarella. I mean, I ain't like the fight. You know what I'm saying? It was slow pace. I like the game plan. If my man would have picked it up and let his hands go a little bit more, he could have beat Regis. Because Regis, he had Regis respecting his power. That's why he won't cut the ring off. That's why. You know, they say, oh, he can't cut the ring off. He may be old. Nah. That dude was punching with the right hand. He had the right hand cocked all day long. And he dropped him in the first round. So maybe he should have been behind the high guard a little bit more last night, in my opinion. But that guy was punching. He had a good game plan. So Regis moves on. I'm thinking Jack Calleron next for him. You know what I'm saying? I know we see him and Haney FaceTime and all that shit. It seemed like a smoke and mirror situation for me. And good for content, though. But I'm thinking it's Jack Calleron. I think that's going to be locked in. You know what I'm saying? And a few different reasons. Jack Calleron came into the WBC rankings last month. He was unranked. Then he come in at number 6. He's still number 6 now. His first fight back, he fights a southpaw. I mean, normally when guys come back, they just fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't fight a southpaw if you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Being a southpaw himself, whatever. Regis Prograis' original opponent was what? A southpaw, Leon Paro. So they was getting ready for each other. Of course, Leon Paro fell out and had to take Zarella. It is what it is. So that's how I be figuring shit out. Be making sense to me until somebody can knock me down from it. Josh Taylor comes in number 2 off his loss to Teofimo Lopez, so that's a new entry. You know what I'm saying? They bumped Richard Comey out. So looking at these rankings, I'm not sure what's up with. Well, Sandor Martin has a fight, I think July 15th in Spain. Antoine Russell, I don't know. Ramirez and Barbosa, they may be fighting each other for the vacant WBO. Lipinets, he getting the world title shot against Sabril Matisse coming up. So that's gonna be a good fight. Zepeda, Ryan Garcia, I'm not sure what's up with him. I don't know. Hopefully he don't be out the ring that long due to this lawsuit. You got Pedraza, Steve Sparks. So you got some good guys. Brandon Lee. Landolfo Delgado. He's trained by Robert Garcia. He should be back on the undercard of Navarrete and Valdez. August the 12th. Now Delgado versus Pedraza, that's me. That's my matchmaking right there. I think that should be next. Delgado's an up-and-coming guy. You see he's number 14. We know Pedraza right now is borderline. He ain't going to say journeyman, but he's one of those. They turning him into maybe a gatekeeper. A guy that can win some fights, but he'll give your young guy a tough fight. So we'll see. I would do that fight for that card if it was up to me. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? All right. 135. Let me see. What the hell WBC is the only one that they ranked him. So yeah, they're working on the deal with him and him and Eubank. So yeah, that was they working on. Yes. JC, what's good with you, bro? He said you guys stay ready. Yeah, for real, all around though. I agree. Yeah, pillow fist. Yes, sir. Nah, Eubank. Yeah, they working on that fight for him. So 135, Devin Haney. He has a lot of options. You know what I'm saying right now. Ain't no decisions getting made right now. Those guys are just fielding offers and doing what you're supposed to do. Go around, shopping around, see what's the best deal, being free agents and all. I don't think really, in my personal opinion, they ain't really gonna make a move or try to make a move until Tank is available. You know, when he come out his incarceration and all that bullshit. So we're gonna see. But he has a lot of options though. He can go a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Coming off the win over Lomachenko. So 135, like I mentioned before in the previous live, it's a lot of fights. A lot of the 35 guys fighting in July. So that's what's up. Pitbull Cruz versus Cabrera coming up in July. That's on the Spence Crawford card. Frank Martin headlining his own show July the 15th. He's facing Artem. Artem is number 8. That's an eliminator. Cambosis versus Maxie Hughes July 22nd. That's dope. Elvin De Los Santos, July the 8th. On Boots card, he's facing Adorno. That's a good one. Patera versus Keyshawn. So basically, we got like 3 or 4 fights within the sanctioning body already. Keyshawn and Patera fighting each other July 22nd. Remy Mortala should be back, maybe on the Valdez and Navarrete card. So these guys keep it busy. I like it. It made the division better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you got to position yourself to have a lot of options now for sure. Especially when you think these titles about to become vacant. So if Devin do vacate, Shakur will fight for the title, the WBC title, against whoever's available. And then it's more likely Lomachenko will fight for the WBO title, the vacant title, against the next person available. Unless they can work some shit out and fight for both of them. Lomachenko and Shakur fight for 2 vacant titles. I mean, Carissa Shields be doing that shit. It's a precedent for it, so we'll see. That's something I throw out there if they try to make a big fight. But I probably see them guys going different directions and not fighting each other until later. That's just me though, throwing that out. 130, you got Shaqy Foster. It's a WBC champion, free agent, waiting on some offers and stuff. They said him and Cordina is negotiating for a unification. I like that. You know what I'm saying? His mandatory is Eduardo Hernandez, but he want to take another fight. He's fighting July the 7th on Pacheco's card. So Foster don't have a mandatory right now, so he's looking to make an optional defense. But him being a free agent, he might have to sit. I don't know how his situation is, because somebody have to make an offer to him. So we'll see what's next for him. Like I mentioned, Hernandez fighting July the 7th. Who else got something coming? They moved Cassial in the new rankings, so that's what's up. Maybe he get a good fight. I like him versus Henry LeBron. Charlie Suarez is in there. So yeah. So we're waiting for, in the WBA, we're waiting for Pedro Luis Garcia versus Lamont Roach Jr. We're waiting for that fight. We have Navarrete and Valdez for the WBO title, so that's a good fight, and give the division a shot in the arm. So that's what's up. Yep. Keep it going. Ray Vargas is the champion. Is the WBC champion, featherweight champion. You know what I'm saying? He got Figueroa sometime. That's coming up. Figueroa is the interim champion. Her got in the contract, yeah, for sure. Maybe he working on other stuff though. We'll see. That's a good fight though. Cordina versus Foster is a good fight. But Ray Vargas and Brandon Figueroa, that's gonna be a good one as well. Mauricio Lara enters number 6, coming off his loss. Michael Conlon is in at number 14, coming off his loss. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We'll see what's next for those guys. Josh Warrington trying to get the Lee Wood fight. They got my man Nick Ball, number 2. AB, number 3. He's an IBF mandatory. Joette may get a world title shot soon. We got Dalby up in there. So, yeah. Kamatov, that's the WBA champion. I mean, WBA mandatory. So, yeah. I like featherweight. Featherweight coming up. All right, 122. Stephen Fulton versus Anyway, July 25th. We already know what time it is. That's a unification fight with 2 belts on the line, the WBO and the WBC. So we'll see what's up with that. Louis Neri, he's the WBC mandatory. He has a fight date, July the 8th. So he's staying on pace with those guys. We seen last night Sam Goodman. He won a close decision over Raif Salim. That was a good fight, you know what I'm saying? Salute to him. So he's the IBF mandatory for Marlon Tapales. Tapales got the 2 other belts, the IBF and WBA. And WBA allowing him to fight the winner between Fulton and Anyway, so for undisputed. So that'd be dope. For sure. So looking at the rankings, there's one new entry. Brian Mercado. He comes in at number 15. Everything else looking good, looking the same. Number 8, Liam Davies. He's going to fight number 12, Jason Cunningham. So I like with these guys in the top 15 fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's July the 29th in the UK. So yeah, that's what's up. So 118, we got a vacant title. We know Nonito Donaire is going to face Alex Santiago. That's July 15th on Frank Martin's undercard. So that should be a good fight. We got Nonito Donaire is like the old man with the crazy left hook, and then you got Santiago is a younger fighter, tough, scrappy type of guy that can give you a good, tough fight. I mean, you can tell how solid Santiago is. I know Boswick not everything, but if we look at it, I think he's 27-3 or 2, one of them, and he got 5 draws. So that means, maybe he was on the road and he got a bad decision or something, because he's not a big name fighter. But if you watch Santiago fight, yeah, he not a big puncher. He just scrappy, and he gonna give you a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I'm looking forward to that. 115, Juan Francisco Estrada. We haven't heard nothing from him in a minute. He said, Dalbo, Joet. You want to see a rematch? Oh, shit. I'm cool on the rematch, but yeah, I mean, those guys, if you're saying their career, yeah, they definitely at crossroads. Neri fighter, yeah, candidate, yeah, Neri and Zach Hoganesian. Me too. Yep. Santiago, Donaire. Yeah, no, for real. Nah, he do. That's a tough fight for Donaire at this stage. If he was a little bit younger, I would say he'd get him for real. I think he still can get him. But coming off that loss he had against anyway, how much that take from him over a year layoff was good. You know what I'm saying? We gotta see what's good one. Macadocious Mac with the salt, what's good with you? Salute. So yeah, Estrada, we haven't heard nothing from him since the Chocolatito fight. So I'm not sure. I like unifications with Junto Nakatani. Maybe he can get the winner between Franco and Ioka. That'd be straight. That's this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. We got the other IBF champion, the IBF champion fighting this weekend on the Dominus and J-Rock card. Fernando Martinez versus Jay Bonilla. So it's options for Estrada. But it looking like shit. When the last time he fought? Is it coming up on a year? I don't know. Maybe he's just taking a rest. I know he older. He been through a lot of big fights. So yeah, I ain't mad at him taking a break. That's what's up. 112. So we got Julio Cesar Martinez. So he's the champion. We need him to unify with somebody. You know what I'm saying? He got mandatory, the interim champion, McWilliams Arroyo, but that fight is cursed. Don't even do that fight. I like him against the WBA champion, maybe. Artem Dakakanian, that makes sense. That's unification. McWilliams Arroyo, I did hear his name linked to Estrada. So he may be moving up to fight Estrada. We'll see how all that shit plays out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we already know this division. We got a big fight on the horizon with Sonny Edwards versus Ben Rodriguez. So that's definitely a shot in the arm, and that's just keeping with the theme of boxing in 2023. Big fights, and that's probably the biggest fight you can make from 118 and below. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that one. Hopefully they get that over the line sometime in the fall. So yeah, the rankings looking good though. You know what I'm saying? No real crazy changes for them. I have to mention this. Number 6, Ricardo Sandoval. He had a good victory last weekend on the undercard of Magia and Derevchenko. So he put his name right back in the mix for a world title fight as well. Anything with McWilliams, just run. Yeah, we'll have to see. But I'm thinking, I said something about him in Estrada. So 108, we got Kenshiro, the champion. He has a mandatory, Hecky Butler, and that's not a bad fight. It looks like he's not gonna get unification, with Jonathan Gonzalez. Look like Gonzalez is gonna take another fight. The IBF champion, Sev Naganji, he's fighting in South Africa against his mandatory July the 2nd. That fight's supposed to be this past weekend, but they pushed it back a couple weeks. So we'll see. I like Kenshiro though. Kenshiro nice with it. You know what I'm saying? He nice with it. Hopefully he get a big fight coming up. And then we have 105. 105. So what's his name? Padrisky. Hold on. Padrisky. I messed this guy's name up. But the champion, right? I think he's like 38-1. He gonna rematch one of these guys. I forgot the guy's name. I seen that shit earlier, but he got a fight coming up. I forgot who he fighting though. I forgot his name. Don't hold that to me, but I know he got a fight coming up. I seen that shit in passing the other day. You know what I'm saying? And this division too is heating up too. We seen Oscar Collazo a couple weeks ago. Yo, he good. He might be the man in this division after it's all said and done. We're waiting for them to figure out this WBA situation with CP Freshmart versus Eric Rosa. Those guys supposed to fight on a PBC show, so maybe that we'll hear something pretty soon with those guys. But yeah. 105, alright though. These guys been fighting. They don't get a lot of limelight, but they've been fighting each other though. So they got an interim champion too, so he gonna want his opportunity. So yeah, that's what's up. 105. So that's what it is with these WBC rankings. Like I always say, the rankings for the WBC is not that bad as far as 1 through 15. They're pretty good at that. It's all the other shenanigans with their president and shit. They got making up rules on the fly and whatever they do. Stopping fights from happening. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, it's cool. Like I actually like it. I like their rankings, really. I think their rankings are the best 1 through 15. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if the sanctioning body is the best, but y'all feel what I'm saying. But it's really nothing that stood out to me. Everything else is pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just recapping real quick, see if I remember something that caught my attention. Everything else pretty much the same. I like how they put Josh Taylor right there, number 2. But Josh Taylor he said he campaigning at 147. So it probably would have made sense to put him at 147. Oh, AB, they put AB in there, ranked at 147. So I know him and his team was talking about campaigning at 140 and going after Regis. I mean, shit. I guess this ranking can get him that fight if they can just reclassify him, if they can make it. But we'll see. But that is an eye opener though, seeing him rank. Charles Conwell is a new number 1 at 54, but I'm not sure where he gonna fight again. Hopefully he can get something. 168. So Jaime Munguia is the new silver champion. He comes in at number 2. That's a good ranking right here. You know what I'm saying? He said he want Benavidez. He want all the tough fights. I ain't gonna lie, Benavidez and Munguia would be crazy. I think Benavidez is gonna stop him, but that would be a crazy, crazy fight. You know what I'm saying? Because both of these guys is good offensively, and they both got a lot of vulnerabilities as well. So that'd be crazy. I pick Benavidez though. Yeah, that's what's up. 175. So ain't nothing shaking. We waiting for Baturbiev and Smith. Badu Jack, he has a mandatory, but he may take another fight. So Bridgeweight division, you got the champion Rosansky. He supposed to fight Laurenti, and that's gonna be a good fight right there when they announce that. And then heavyweight division ain't nothing shaking. So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Oh yeah, no problem. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Oh shit, I don't know, bro. I'm not familiar with that. Last I seen, he got stopped by Dakota Linger. Linger is about to fight this weekend. But other than that, I don't keep up with that guy. I don't know too much about him. IB, what's good with you, bro? Same to you, bro. Appreciate it. If it applies to you, same to you, bro. For real. Salute to you. Mungia versus Benavidez. That should be fun as hell. You got Mungia? Yeah, that'd be fun. Man, I'd pay to go see that shit. I think that, yeah, I'd go see that. Yes, sir. That'd be crazy. Alright, so that's what it is, man. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with the social media. Scroll across the bottom. Twitter @OverJ. Instagram @DoesBoxing. For sure. Good looking out. For sure, bro. Appreciate you coming through the building. She said peace. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the upcoming fight week. We're gonna pregame, you know what I'm saying, get everybody ready. We got a good fight week coming up. Real good fight week. So we're gonna touch on that. And then, any other updates that may come about, man, we're gonna be on that shit too. Y'all know how we get down with this boxing shit, for sure. What's your take on Badu Jack crying about the catch weight? Yeah, I cry too. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy that Canelo would even think for somebody to do that. That's crazy. But he didn't do that. He didn't bring down Makabu that low. He told Makabu 190. I ain't gonna lie, if he told Badu Jack 190, I would be more inclined to say, bro, take that. Because he was gonna do that to Makabu, but it's a difference from Makabu and Badu Jack, I guess. So yeah, Canelo tripping off of that. That's crazy. They do a catch weight. Yeah, I heard he want to do a catch weight at 177. That don't sound right. That's crazy. That don't sound like a pound for pound face of boxing type of move. But maybe it is. I don't like it. I'm glad Badu Jack turned it down. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. That shit ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? But that shit the wall's closing in on Canelo though. He better come on with it. You know what I'm saying? People starting to read through that shit. He turning down fights and shit. Turning down his biggest paydays. Yeah, shit's looking, you know what I'm saying, looking different now for Canelo. He turned down fights. But I guess, he do whatever he want to do. I want to see him back in the ring, though. At the end of the day, I just want to see him fight. I don't care about all the politics and shenanigans and, catch weight. That shit is dumb as hell, but I'd rather see him back in the ring. So if he ain't going to fight Benavidez, cool. He ain't going to fight him. All right. He ain't fought him in, since I've been wanting him to fight him in 2 years. Who cares? He ain't gonna fight Morrell. Alright, whatever. Man, fight then. Let's stay active. You know what I'm saying? Keep your dates. You know what I'm saying? Cinco de Mayo and then Mexican Independence. That's good for boxing. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay active. They're gonna talk about you anyway. But me, I really don't care. But that rehydration clause and the catch weight and rehydration clause, that's wild. That's wild. That is wild. But it is what it is. That's just wild. But yeah, man, I want to salute everybody coming through. He said that offer that Benavidez made was stupid though. Shit, that shit was smart to me. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed 40 upside. He would make over $50 million. It's like the same deal he got for Caleb Plant. And Caleb Plant brought a belt to the table. So I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because they'll go see Al Haymon about Charlo, but they're not going to see Al Haymon about Benavidez. That's crazy. Yo, we're going to fly all the way to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Geneva, Ohio or some shit. We're going to go see him, and we're going to talk about Charlo, but when we get there, we ain't going to say shit about Benavidez. Okay. That made hella sense. And Benavidez in your division, your mandatory. So it's okay to fight. See, that's what I'm saying. This shit don't be making no sense. It's okay and it's justified to face John Ryder. I'm cool with John Ryder getting that opportunity, to be honest. I ain't mad at it. But shit, why can't Benavidez get his opportunity? He the mandatory. I saw something that said that Vegas venue are taken for September. Yeah, so PBC they have the MGM on hold for September 16th. UFC have the T-Mobile on hold for that same day, but their event, UFC's event, is not a pay per view. It's like a fight night or some shit. I'm not too familiar, but I don't think it's a pay per view. So I'm not sure if it's like a big name fighter fighting that night. So they can run both venues. Shit, fuck it. I mean, they did it before, but we'll see. But most likely, one of them might pull out or might go do something else. So we'll see. He gonna fight Charlo. I'm cool with it. Yeah, that's what's up. Career high payday. I thought the fans wanted Charlo. I don't know. I'll take either one. I'm different. I'll take either one. I'd much rather see Benavidez. That fight to me is better for me. Teaching the building was good. Charlo fight is cool. Charlo fight may be bigger in the sense that you bringing in different fan bases. You know what I'm saying? But shit, if that's the case, he might as well wait and face Spence. That's the biggest fight, the biggest fan base coming together. But it is what it is. I just want to see him fight at the end of the day. It's just, I ain't making no excuse for him and say, oh, he can do this, this, and this. But he can do it. It's okay to do it for this one, but not okay to do it over here. He can go talk to Al. He went talk to Al about Charlo. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Talk about Benavidez. Keep that shit 100. Keep the same energy, right? That's all good. Yeah, gotta plead the fifth because I don't got no dog in the race. I just want to see him fight, bro. That's it. I always been like that though, so you ain't see me flip flopping though. At least I've been the same ever since, you know what I'm saying, we've been rocking out. So, hey, that's the best thing. Some people will flip on you now. But yeah, we're gonna see though. Hopefully, I actually think too, this is a wild card. I think he also waiting to see how Berlanga gonna look this weekend. Because maybe he still have a couple of more weeks before he have to lock in the venue. He have to lock in the opponent. So they gotta, you know what I'm saying, they gotta kind of hurry up. So maybe he waiting just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Canelo can do what he want. I get it. And he's the domino effect. So once his shit fall, everybody else shit gonna fall. So yeah, it is what it is. I like the Badu Jack tweet. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I wouldn't do it either. Salute to him. Stand on his square. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I want to salute everybody coming through. I appreciate you guys. Y'all check me out tomorrow. Set your notifications. I'm coming back to break down the fight week schedule, all that good stuff. Y'all know how I get down with this boxing shit. He said, I just want to say, shit. You might give me one day. You might give me one day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, salute to everybody. That's my time, and I'm out.